Welcome all from around the world to Silviyana's 2020 Eco Runway Show. My name is Jessie Stringer, your 2020 Miss Oklahoma Earth. It's an honor to be present with you today and surrounded by Earth-loving activists who wish to make our planet a more sustainable home for ourselves and future generations. I'd like to share my personal story about my introduction to Silviyana and how the Silviyana mission changed my life this year. As I prepared for the National Miss Earth USA pageant, I felt compelled to make a statement with my evening gown. After all, the pageant is named Miss Earth. I searched for months for an eco-conscious brand that would further anchor my passion for living a greener life in every facet of my life. I felt it was vital my pageant gown was as green and eco-friendly as my heart and soul. Thank Mother Earth, I discovered Silviyana Weddings. Seychelle, the founder of the company, was happy to accommodate as she connected me with her creative director and lead designer, Rowan. Together, we worked remotely to create the very gown in which I'm standing. Created from the byproduct, pineapple fibers, and recycled natural silk fabric, this dress proves you do not have to sacrifice style when making earth-friendly decisions. The collaboration process to make this dress was personal, seamless, and completely altered my perspective of gown shopping. For those of you out there who are interested in eco-friendly dresses for your next big event, Silviyana Weddings will be there to make your equally glamorous and earthy dreams come true. I'm pleased that many of you today will finally be exposed to the possibilities of green design in the fashion industry through this runway show. This Eco Live runway is a testament to the power of collaboration. The people that put this together are brought together with a common mission: to leave this world a better place than when we found it. From flowers to photography and earrings to crowns, every single detail sparks the imagination of a much kinder world. Every vendor at this live runway show has dedicated their time and creative energy to inspire you to make the eco-conscious choice. We kindly ask for one thing. In appreciation for all of our vendors' time, we ask that you take the time right now to go to Plastic Oceans Canada and donate to their cause for a plastic-free world. They are a non-for-profit organization with the aim to reduce plastic entering our oceans in Canada by 75% before 2025, just 5 years away, folks. If we don't act now, there will be more plastic than fish in our seas by 2050. So, as we get settled in here, we would love to hear from the audience regarding why you are here with us today. Are you a bride looking for eco vendors? Or perhaps you're even wondering, what are green weddings? Drop down your answers and any additional questions in the chat box below. We will have Seychelle reply to your messages as the virtual show progresses. While you're typing in the chat room or making your donation, we are going to get a backstage sneak peek by the Silviyana team. Right now, we're going to fly backstage to see the Victoria-based makeup artist, Jordan, at work. Let's check it out. It seems that we might be having some technical difficulties backstage. So I'd like to go ahead and jump in a little bit earlier and check out Reza. Reza has designed her own line of eco-friendly accessories. So I'd like for her to have the opportunity to go ahead and talk to you about these accessories. And then we'll go backstage and you can actually see in person what those accessories look like. Reza, would you mind telling us a little bit about your work?
Sure. Hi, my name is Raisa, and I'm a London-based jewelry designer and maker. I own Abloro Jewelry, and I feel so honored to have collaborated with Silviyana in their home collection. So thank you for having me here today. I started Abloro Jewelry as a hobby at first, to be honest, creating jewelry that I liked. But when friends and family started asking to work with me on bespoke jewelry, I found myself in a position to influence how an item is made and where the materials come from. It gave me an avenue to encourage eco-thinking and to allow clients to experience a personal approach to buying jewelry, both of which are key values to my brand. I I really love collaborating with clients as I feel it's important for the wearer of my jewelry to feel like they own it. So for the collection with Silviyana, I worked closely with Seychelle, who keeps the concern and values of her clients in her heart and mind. The designs are inspired by the dresses bearing the same design brief in mind and encouraging cohesion between the pieces. My advice for couples looking for an eco brand for wedding jewelry and brand whose values resonate with your own for that matter is to just ask questions, to be honest. Ask where they source their materials from, how their items are produced, and really get to the bottom of where the piece comes from. So yeah, if you have any questions about jewelry whatsoever, feel free to reach out to me, and I believe my details will be with in the show later on. Thank you so much. So back to you, Jessie.
Risa, thank you so much. That was so sweet. And I really appreciate your note about evoking curiosity. And sometimes when we go jewelry shopping, especially those brides out there who are looking for wedding bands, or maybe you're a young couple and you're looking for that engagement ring, you shouldn't feel self conscious about asking the jewelers, where's this sourced? Asking the tough questions. Who went through some treacherous experience to obtain this diamond? And sometimes those questions can be a little awkward. So it's really important that we support brands like Resa's, who already makes eco-conscious, earth-friendly, sustainable, and ethical jewelry. Um, I really appreciate what you've shared, and I can't wait for our viewers to finally see your jewelry. I think we're going to check back in with our backstage crew and see if Larnie is ready for us, because I really want you guys to see what's happening back there. Lucho, what's the status right now?
This is our amazing makeup artist, Jordan. She is a certified makeup artist and hairdresser. Passionate of her art through the past 13 years, her has trained under the expertise of some of the best artists of the generation. She has an extensive knowledge of techniques, trends, products, and the science of morphology. She believes in listening to her clients and teaching them what they need to know for their needs. She grew up in a family that is multi-ethnic and LGBTQ plus friendly. Inclusivity of race, gender, and religion is of the utmost importance for her. She has a passion for bridal and beauty makeup with over 100 weddings of all styles under her belt. She has been nicknamed by her clients the following: Fairy Godmother, Golden Hands, and Pure Heart. She approaches life and work with fun, love, and kindness. Now let's head over and do a little close-up of our wonderfully ethically made eco accessories, curated by UK-based jewelry designer Abloro Jewelry. Risa can be found at her bench creating beautiful accessories using recycled materials and natural elements. An avid runner, she finds a lot of her inspiration in nature. Here is Risa herself to chat about her collaboration collections with Silviyana Weddings.
It's important we not just consider the implementation of green design, but aggressively redline the narrative behind event planning in the future. Thank you, Resa, for contributing to the redevelopment of accessories in the fashion industry and not ignoring the topic of green design. Another topic that we cannot ignore has been this unprecedented pandemic we have all faced in 2020. For all of those listening who have been affected, our hearts go out to you. This time, however, has presented a unique opportunity. I believe it has allowed us this crucial moment in time to reassess how we work, how we eat, how we interact, and also how we celebrate our most important events. From pageants and proms to your wedding day, we're all fortunate to have many eco-focused vendors to provide us with the tools to create a green, Mother Earth approved event. For example, right now we have Kayla from Veils and Vows, who will speak to us about the impact of COVID-19 on the wedding industry. While she sees this as an opportunity to choose a new normal in how we celebrate weddings. Let's check out Kayla's work right now.
Hey everyone, it's Kayla here. I'm the owner of Veils and Vows Events, and I've been able to work on this amazing project with Silviyana and the rest of the vendors that got to contribute in this project. This is one that really resonates with me. I do have a passion for the environment and sustainability, so when I was approached with the opportunity to help with this project, I was very excited, and I was able to do everything virtually, which was awesome. And now we're bringing you all of this virtually, which is a whole new world that we're kind of coming to with everything that's been going on with the pandemic and all of those things. So we're super happy that we could still bring this to you guys. So basically about Veils and Vows, it's kind of like a boutique wedding planning company. So we usually work on smaller scale projects, basically also with kind of that sustainability mindset. We're based in Ontario, but we've done work all over the place as much as we can. Right now it's been obviously a lot different this year. Like weddings have been minimal. Most of the weddings have had to get moved around, which can be super frustrating, or you've had to reduce your guest list. All those things kind of come into play during the pandemic, but you know, basically everything that is happening for a reason. And I think that it does have to do with a lot of the environmental issues that have been stemming, and how global we're getting and how big we're getting. And, you know, the world just can't handle all of us doing all that right now. And that's kind of coming to light. So being able to contribute and work with these other sustainable companies is so amazing, because we're all kind of looking at the big picture here about how, you know, we can protect Mother Earth and how we can, you know, still put together beautiful content but be kind of sustainable and conscious about it. So that's basically my take on the event and everything that was going on. It was a breeze to plan. We were able to do everything via email correspondence. I was able to get in contact with the various vendors and get things together for Silviyana, because they have so many amazing things on their plate. So it was super awesome to coordinate with Seychelles and the rest of the team for this. But I also just wanted to pop on here and we could kind of talk about a few eco-friendly options for weddings, which I think is always a good thing to have in mind. And especially with COVID, it makes it easier to justify those things, like having smaller weddings, for example. As well, just another thing that's a little bit hard right now with COVID is thinking about doing those kind of zero waste options, just because, you know, we're told right now, you know, everything needs to be in plastic packaging, it needs to be wiped, and, you know, all the cups and the cutlery need to be disposable and not rentals and not reusable. And it's just, it makes it a lot harder, definitely, to be environmentally conscious. But in a regular day, that's like one of the big things, is the reduction on waste, I think, that you can do for weddings. Especially, like, there's just so much waste that comes from doing weddings and events just in general. But there's more things that you can do. For example, renting things instead of buying them when it comes to your decor or furniture or things like that. And worst case, if it's not available for a rental, then you could thrift it, you get an antique, get it secondhand, you know, repurpose something. use something old and something vintage and something cool, which will still, look really awesome. It doesn't have to be that brand new, shiny thing. That's one thing for sure. Wedding favors are a big thing. I find, you give somebody the classic, this is dating me, but the classic like bubbles or something plastic or something with your name on it, eventually, ultimately, that's probably going to get thrown out. Not because they don't love you, but just because, we can't have that much clutter in our home at a certain point. So giving people something that's gonna, be used for a long time. For example, you could give them like a little plant or a seedling, or, you could donate to a charity on their behalf instead. Just little things like that, things that that people are gonna be able to use for a longer term, and that's not just kind of like a waste item. I was thinking about a couple other things. Flowers are also a big thing. Not that like you shouldn't get flowers at all. I don't think that, but they do ultimately, although they're not garbage, it kind of does go to waste. So like another really cool option is using dried flowers, because those can be reused multiple times. You can even rent dried flowers instead of, just buying them for that event. And then they can be reused for other events, which is super cool. And then another option would be to use more like potted plants, like something that you can, like that keeps growing after that. And also could be some sort of rental that can be returned. And, like those plants are still going to keep growing, and they can keep being used for things, and they're still beautiful. And it's not just getting like thrown away at the end of the day. And another really cool thing that I did recently, due to COVID, is we, as kind of a favor for the wedding and to discourage disposable things, we had custom reusable masks made so that everyone that was at the wedding could grab a mask, and then they were able to, like make a cute little design on it, and then they were able to take that mask with them, and that can be, used until the end of the pandemic. It can be washed, it can be taken with, and it's like a cool thing. And then like probably, hopefully a couple years from now, it'll be like a funny joke, like, haha, remember 2020 when we got like masks as wedding favors. But that's just my hope anyway. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. Just like all the things that especially if you're already an eco-conscious person, if you're, the things that you do in your regular day, you can totally apply those to your wedding and be a more eco-conscious couple. Like even when it comes to food, like locally sourced food, or you can still like choose to do vegan food or have at least like vegan food options. Obviously, like not everyone's on that train. Me personally, I've just been like transitioning or trying to transition more into a plant-based diet, just to do my part for the environment and the sustainability of everything. And other things, including like transportation, like maybe you don't need that limo, maybe you can use something a little bit more eco-conscious, maybe having like your venue for the ceremony and reception at the same place, so like people don't have to drive here and there. And just all those like little things, they do really add up, and they do make a difference. And with the pandemic, like unfortunately we've had to kind of shift our mindset and rethink about smaller scale things and being more minimalistic and doing smaller weddings. But I think that is the way of the future. Like I don't think that there's a reason that you have to be throwing a $300 person wedding. You can just keep it intimate, and that keeps it totally sustainable. And then have that photography and like videography available for those people who weren't there, but they want to kind of give you their best wishes and carry on. And then obviously another huge thing is just, if if at least, go with a company that also has an eco-conscious mindset. So, for example, Silviyana, like, you can buy eco-conscious bridal wear. You can do used bridal wear. Maybe not. Maybe you do want to do like a vintage or upcycle something, and that's really cool and it's really unique. And it makes you as well stand out from the crowd. Just having that kind of mindset as well. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say. But I'm so happy with how everything came together and turned out, and I was so grateful to be able to participate in this project. And yeah, that's it for me. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you so much, Kayla, for everything that you have shared with us, and every brand out there like Kayla's who is striving to make this earth better tomorrow than it was today. Staying true to yourself and allowing yourself and your partner's character to shine through on your wedding day is paramount. One of our vendors takes understanding her client to the next level. Megan is a star baker of this show. Mooch by Megan specializes in cream cakes because they want you to enjoy every last bite. Mooch started catering to weddings in January of 2019, and in their very short time in the industry, they have been a part of over 85 weddings. Let's learn more about Megan and her company right now.
I like working with the couples. I like hearing about their love story and kind of what brought them together. And I like to see how the whole day came together because I only get to make one little part of it. And so when I get to see the photos afterwards, it's really rewarding.
Wow, look at those cakes. You should see the cake they have on set. It's truly an inspiring creation. Stay tuned to the very end, and you will get to see the spectacular cake and how our models will inevitably enjoy every single bite. I am jealous. Additionally, at the end of the show, we will have You Floral do a demo on how to decorate your wedding day with dried florals. You don't want to miss that, so stay tuned after the show. Now, we would like to welcome Seychelle and Rowan. Seychelle is the founder of Silviyana Weddings. Seychelle founded Silviyana under the mission to inspire and research the creation of eco and good products while elevating the good consumer in all of us. Rowan is the creative director and the lead designer for Silviyana. In fact, she's the one who worked on my pageant dress. We're celebrating Rowan's hard work and vision through the release of the Home 2021 collection today. Let's hear a little bit more from this powerful duo and their inspiration behind their work before we cut to the runway.
Hello, everyone. My name is Seychelle. I am the founder of Silviyana.
Hi, my name is Rowan. I'm the co-owner of Silviyana and lead designer.
We are so happy to have you be part of this wonderful runway show. We wouldn't have done anything without all the partners involved in this. So it stands true that if you believe in people and working together as a collaborative group, there's so many things that you can actually achieve. So as 2020 came about, there's so many of us that are really struggling with life. But instead of looking at this as an adversity and something negative, what we've done in Silviyana is that this disruption has actually led us to really narrowly focus on exactly what is it that Silviyana wants to do. Silviyana is brought together with a main mission to inspire and research the creation of good and eco products. One of the things we've done this year is that we've established our first ever life cycle analysis on all of our products. This means that when you buy a Silviyana product, you know exactly where your carbon is coming from, whether it's coming from electricity use from your designers, whether it's coming from shipping, whether it's coming from the actual materials of your gown. We don't only design something that we think will be beautiful and meaningful to you, but we create something that we can have data to back up all of our eco claims. We are so excited to bring this to you, but more so, we're going to allow Rowan to shine through in her first ever home collection.
Thank you, Seychelle. I'm so excited to show my collection. When I first asked that to be a part owner of Silviyana, I was so excited. I always wanted to do eco-friendly, sustainable fashion that I always want to do all my life. And during this process, it was really inspiring with Seychelle. The fabrication, the beading, the organic, all organic, 100% organic, especially the lining, the zipper. So this whole collection really inspired me about my home heritage. I wanted to combine my American culture and my Filipino culture. One of the dresses called Sapagita Rose, for example, I combined flowers like Sapagita Rose and Cherokee Rose, and I call it Sapagita Rose. And with that, I want to show my story within my collection. Also created Gemini, heart on sleeve, close to heart, all represents what I am and what my culture is. And each of them are have intricate embroidery, beading, and fabric. Includes peanut silk, peanut cotton, avocado cotton, and all of them are biodegradable as well. So I'm so excited, guys, to see what do you guys think of my collection.
This collection is not just Rowan's home collection. At the end, you will see her collection, but it will go through the entire journey of Silviyana. It will go through all the dresses that we've created over the 3 years of our existence. And we are so very excited to share this very unique experience in your very own home.
my gosh. I have literal goosebumps. Guys, that completely challenged the status quo of wedding gown shopping, evening gown shopping, prom dress shopping, doesn't matter. I would wear any of those to any of those events. I feel like personally, when I go shopping for gowns, which is part of the reason I found Seychelles, is because I would visit store after store after store and see the exact same gown, just in a different color with a different price tag and a different brand. But it was essentially the same dress. What I just saw completely challenged that. It was a whole new design, a whole new alternative to look at the way dress silhouettes should be designed. I saw some pants, more masculine styles. I mean, that was revolutionary for me. Okay, coming off that, I am excited to introduce to our viewers Sarah. Sarah is from U Floral. And I'm getting a little feedback from backstage. It looks like they're not quite ready for her yet. So I will talk a little bit about her, and then we'll jump into her realm of work soon. And you guys will actually get to see what she does and a little highlight video of some of her work. So Sarah provides bulk, fresh, and dried florals, ideal for couples wanting to DIY their wedding. Now, I'm a DIYer myself. Sometimes things fall apart. I am the living example of the Pinterest meme that went bad. That's me. So if you're like me and you don't do DIY, don't worry. They have pre-made bouquets just for you and me. So although they are based in Victoria, they ship to a number of locations within Canada. So if you are in Canada or visiting Canada, which I would personally love to do, definitely talk to Sarah, connect with her. And I mean, if anything, just follow her social media pages, because you're going to be just as awestruck as I am when you see this. Okay, it looks like they're just about ready for us. So you get to see firsthand some of these pre-arranged dried bouquets. I would like to mention that Sarah's mission is to provide affordable and accessible florals for everyone, along with the support to achieve their vision. So let's jump backstage and check out Sarah's work right now.
Sarah is an amazing person. She does bulk dried flowers in Vancouver, actually Victoria, BC, rather. So she's going to be showing you a few tricks and tricks for creating your own do-it-yourself wedding. Dried flowers are amazing. It's eco-friendly because you can actually use it over and over again. So if you're looking for something special, this is a great way to really think about the environment while also still creating that boho chic look. So I'm just going to leave it to the team now. I think they should be ready for you. That's it from us from here.
Hi, I'm Sarah from U Floral. I'm going to show you guys how to make a dried arrangement today. I have a small shop that's based in Victoria, but I ship dried flowers as well as fresh flowers to a number of different locations within Canada. There's a couple design principles that hold true whether you're arranging dried flowers like these ones or fresh flowers from your garden. I'm just going to share 3 with you today. The first design principle is to have a variety of textures. In this bouquet here, you can see that I have a variety of little tiny ones like these buttons, and then I have some larger pieces like the palms, and some white ones that are called status, as well as some of these ones that have a lot of movement to them. Even though we have the same muted color palette for this entire bouquet, the variety of textures and sizes really adds visual interest to it. The second design principle that you'll want to know about is you want to have differing heights with all your flowers within your arrangement. So you can see here that I have some here that are called status, and they're at the very bottom of the bouquet. And then I have some tall ones and some nesting in the middle. So you want to have this to really add visual interest and have variety of heights here. The third design principle is that you want to have the flowers interspersed throughout the bouquet. So you can see I've got some little ones in the middle, and then I've got the symmetry here of some on this side, and then another couple on this side here. So we want to make sure our flowers are just interspersed throughout the bouquet and not just concentrated in any particular area. If you're wanting to create an arrangement that's sustainable, dried flowers are a great option. One thing you need to be considerate about is that your flowers and dried elements are actually the color that nature made them to be. If you are looking for white flowers that include a white stem, generally these have been color treated, and the color treating process is not the most sustainable. This bouquet that I'm holding here is all muted colors and it's all naturally dried, meaning it will last for years, but there's no chemical treating process involved with it. So this is the best way to go if you're looking for something sustainable, and this bouquet will last a lifetime. I hope you guys learned something from these 3 design principles that you can use within your own life, whether you're arranging for a wedding or just arranging for your own backyard. Thanks for watching.
Hi, everyone. It seems like we're going to first start talking about the collection. So I don't know about you, Jessie, but you want to talk about your gown a little bit more? Designed by Rowena Nessa. Look at her gown right there. It's a Silviyana gown that we have created for Miss Earth USA. So we just want to tell you a little bit more about the gown. We designed it so that the flower petals on her shoulders, as you can see, there you go. Those are hand dyed in Victoria, BC. They're dyed in eco sort of materials, still pina silk. So a lot of this dress is, wedding gowns are very plastic focused. A lot of the sequins and beadings are actually made in plastic. So if you really want to go eco on your big day, the biggest thing that you have to be cognizant about is the little small plastics that come off the gown. When I had a store, we always had to sweep the floor because the beads would always come out. So when you're wearing it and you're outside in nature, and you're wearing this beautiful gown, beads do come off it, and they leave trails on nature. So with Jessie's gown, it's completely bead free. We only use hemp embroidery, right? Rowan, if you want to chime in. So we only used you want to tell a little bit more about the design?
Yes, I love designing this dress because I love her story inspiration with a Native American from the Oklahoma flag. I love the colors, so I do the sketch with colors and the fiery feathers on her collar. I thought that was amazing. And she thought a shape for a dress. So she wanted a high slit, so I gave her a nice slit and a nice silhouette to show her shape, and it worked out very well. And also collaborating with other artists was exciting too. So it's interesting how people work with peanut fabric different way. So it's really interesting, and I'm glad it turned out really good, and I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it was a true collaboration. I mean, Maria Designs basically dyed the fabric, and it went over to Rowan, and then Rowan then pieced it all together, right? So it's a true collaboration of many different people, and it's quite interesting because a lot of people look at a design and then they think, oh wow, yeah, that's just a design that's wonderful. But to really achieve wonderful design with Silviyana is we play with different strengths from all our partner designers. Like we have partner designer is Pure Magnolia in Vancouver. We have Rowena Nessa, our in-house designer, and then we have accessories designers who are more focused on eco dyes. With our network, we can actually create something completely unique because we're really pulling creative energy from so many different designers coming on board.
Yeah,
Jessie?
and really coming off of that, and I think a lot of women out there can probably relate to this. When you've gone to a dress store searching for whatever, a wedding gown, prom dress, a pageant gown, and you don't really know what you want yet, and you go in and generally the designer will just say something very like shallow, like, do you want a line? Do you want this? And with Seychelle and Rowan, it was so much deeper than that. It was, what story do you want your dress to tell? And that really spoke wonders to my heart.
Yeah, that's definitely true. We're getting some feedback from the team. Bear with us, guys. Technology, albeit it's 2020 and we've gone so far. There are times where, human nature just, it's not as simple as you think it is. But, we really appreciate you chiming in. We really appreciate you supporting us. We're a very small team with a big passion to really serve Mother Earth. So all of our business decisions, all of our direction for Silviyana is founded on the fact that we're not going to be all that glitzy glam brand. We're going to bring you the best quality product, but we're going to be honest, and we're going to be vulnerable in front of you, because we feel that the only way to really show you what a small business is to actually exactly this. There are glitches, there are so many things that can really happen in a small business.
Yes.
We basically go through and chime in, and we hustle it through, right, Sophie? I mean, that's what small businesses do. I think that's the reason why we're called nimble, because we can just basically go, hey, yeah, there's a problem. Sure, I'm all in.
Yeah, very adaptable, roll with the punches. And I think that makes the most successful businesses, honestly, just the ones that are ready to just go when things hit and things get crazy. Okay, so I think we're ready to check out some of those cakes. Oh, yes. Okay, guys, let's head backstage. We're going to see the cakes, and we get to see some of the models close up. They had some beautiful detailings, and I'm really excited to see those up close. So let's head back there right now and check it out. My Earth lovers, all too soon, our show must come to a close. I am deeply thankful for the selfless work these vendors have chosen to share with the world. No matter your personal place in life, please like, follow, and share the work of these brands on your own social media pages. If we wish to see a more sustainable future, it's imperative we advocate for the brands who are doing all they can to make our green future a reality. Today, I challenge our viewers to explore my own platform, Oklahomans for Earth, which is under the Americans for Earth umbrella. My platform asks individuals to make a pledge to be more green through small daily acts. No matter what others try to tell you, your small acts of kindness towards Mother Earth do make a difference. I believe if every person strived to live a more green life through the adoption of green daily challenges, we could dramatically alter the predicted future of our planet. Thank you all for joining us to explore the possibilities of green design in the world of weddings and fashion. Until next time, I'm Jessie Stringer, Miss Oklahoma Earth 2020. Good night.